In the midst of the power vacuum left by Charlie Kirk, a new right-wing grifter has made a name for himself on the TikTok scene.
Is ontologically conservative. You really do lack media literacy.
And according to this individual, apparently G.I. Robot is actually just mentally ill Don Quixote roaming the countryside and hunting down normal people.
This is a character that is a reference to Don Quixote. A mentally ill person. Robot's entire thing is that he runs around accusing normal people of being Nazis.
Normal people.
National Socialist Club. Oh boy. Nazis.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's the take. That's the content we're making now. And in case you didn't hear that right, bro actually just called Nazis normal people. Imagine reading a DC comic where a robot made by the US government is literally storming a bunker full of SS officers, and your brain goes, ah yes, the normal man, once again being victimized by delusional liberals. Can a group of like-minded socialists from an ethno-state no longer do anything? What's next? My backyard barbecues? My good suburban neighborhood where nobody who doesn't look like me isn't welcomed? And no, it's not a race thing. This is an ethno-state founded on good old-fashioned godly principles. It has nothing to do with anything else. These are your average men being victimized by a robot who is a clear metaphor for people with savior delusions. Saving? Who needed saving in World War II era Germany? This is precisely why we're winning over so many centrists. You can always spot a good old-fashioned pseudo-intellectual because they try really hard to sound smart. And I don't just mean with big words. I mean, they try to embody the type of person they think is like an academic. This man is out here doing the most egregious fake academia voice I've ever heard.
Hey guys, currently on my way to the pro-Pakistan rally in the center of London.
Massive marauding machine, obsessed with destroying communism. Long after communism is like long gone.
Why yes, G.I. Robot is a postmodern Quixotan archetype, deeply engaged in hegemonic asymmetry. Like bro, shut the f*** up, he's a military toaster with PTSD, not f***ing Cervantes in cosplay, alright?
Yo estudio G.I. Robot in escuela. Yo estudio el clásico, mi muy inteligente.
I absolutely love the literary gaslighting going on here. By this logic, Paul Atreides wasn't like a cautionary tale about religious zealotry or like colonization and empires and all that stuff, right? No, in fact, Paul Atreides was a perfect little king that we should all follow without question. Dune wasn't a warning, it was an instruction manual. In fact, you know what the world needs right now more than ever? A good old-fashioned two-in-one political and religious icon, like a Brigham Young Napoleon combo.
Promoting the God Bless the USA Bible.
I don't know, dude. I just think it's been too long since we've had a holy war with billions of casualties. You know what they say, right, man? I mean, economies absolutely thrive in post-war environments. And I really want to be a homeowner near a golf course. Jamie, pull up that really awesome speech George Bush made. Jamie, pull up Fortunate Son. Yeah, I love that song. God, it's so good. Really makes you want to go to war, doesn't it? Jamie, pull up that Julius Caesar quote where he talks about starting proxy wars in deserts over weapons of mass destruction. And don't even get me started on Gandalf. A wise wizard? Yeah, right. He was a radical leftist Antifa recruiter who simply hated free markets. Sauron was doing absolutely nothing wrong. Mordor was the prominent social leader in Middle-earth and the biggest producer of exports. They were the economical backbone of that continent. And what the Fellowship did was nothing short of terrorism. God hobbits. But imagine even trying to make the comparison of Don Quixote to G.I. Robot. Like, one is a 400-year-old novel about a man mistaking windmills for giants. The other is a literal walking tank built by the US government to stomp out genocide-crazed lunatics. Like, yeah bro, one's delusional and the other one is just DARPA. According to this guy, Don Quixote wasn't actually fighting make-believe giants. He was exposing the liberal lie of clean energy.
We don't allow windmills. We're not allowing any windmills to go up. Even though it kills all the birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Go under a windmill sometime. You'll see the saddest. You got every type of bird. You know, in California, you go to jail for 5 years if you kill a bald eagle. You go under a windmill, you see them all over the place.
The great enchanter. Canst thou not see? What? A monstrous giant. Surrender!
That's exactly right. Don Quixote was the original birds' rights activist. The original Ben Shapiro, if you will. And Europe merely wasted him. He could have been out here saving us from walkable cities and living wages, but no. Yeah, bro, this is way better than walkable cities. Nothing screams freedom like living next to an Applebee's and a Bass Pro Shop, and then driving 25 minutes just to get milk. And there's this thing I like to call the fascist CliffsNotes method, right? Hardcore right-wing influencers absolutely love doing this. They take works of art, pop culture, and literature, and then they rip it out of context and bastardize the meaning until it loosely props up whatever ideology they subscribe to. It's this sleazy rhetorical trick where suddenly all of these famous authors and writers and filmmakers were secretly fascist the whole time, and we, the dumb plebeians, just misinterpreted them for decades or centuries. It's disingenuous bullshit at best, and it's not about insight. It's about claiming legitimacy. If Shakespeare or Tolkien or Frank Herbert are secretly on their side, then their ideas must be the superior and timeless worldview, right? Wrong. It's like rewriting history with a Sharpie and then screaming that you didn't squint hard enough at it.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist, okay? I live what I believe.
And if you actually try to engage with them seriously, congratulations, you've just played yourself. Because the second you push back on like an academic level with integrity, they won't interact with you in good faith. They won't debate in good faith. They drag you into some live stream, scream over you, and then declare victory because their audience of 12-year-old boys and divorced burnout dads feels intellectually superior for the first time since they discovered Jordan Peterson clips on autoplay.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men?
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Think you're lost.
Oh, and it doesn't just stop there, right? Apparently the creators of South Park, Matt Parker and Trey Parker and Matt something? I don't know. Yeah, well, they're terrorists now. Domestic Al-Qaeda with fart jokes.
South Park really does need to be cancelled. The funny edgelord Reddit TV show from the 90s does now need to be cancelled. Every single piece of media made by Matt Stone and Trey Parker for the past 2 years has been stochastic terrorism.
Man! Bathroom!
What, hon?
Bathroom! Bathroom!
This is what happens when you mistake media criticism for Homeland Security briefings. Yeah, this just in, Tom. SpongeBob is now being accused of radicalizing Bikini Bottom and being solely responsible for the Bikini Bottom insurgency of January 6th. And when it comes to these types of people, absolutely nothing is sacred. Apparently, K-pop Demon Hunters is like inherently conservative now.
K-pop Demon Hunters is literally conservative. But a K-pop group that defends a border. Require what? They require popular support.
K-pop stans are right-wing fascists. I mean, honestly, with how conservative most Asian countries are, maybe they are. Maybe he's right about this one, but I don't think so. You know how they guard the Han Moon and the borders of Korea against demons? Apparently that's a metaphor for guarding the borders against immigrants. And apparently demons equal immigrants, and don't even get me started down that rabbit hole. Yes, excuse me, little girl. I know you're waiting in line for the theatrical re-release of K-pop Demon Hunters, but could you take a moment from the sing-along of Golden to tell me your thoughts on Chairman Mao and the Cultural Revolution of China?
My daddy makes me smoke cigarettes if I don't eat my skitty.
Fascinating, thank you. And if you asked me honestly, I genuinely can't tell if this guy is like a deeply embedded troll or just another grifter with a thesaurus.
Stochastic terrorism. Ontologically.
And honestly, I think the scariest part of all this is that it's getting harder to tell. I genuinely can no longer discern facetious skit comedy and like rage bait trolls from the real thing anymore. Parody so closely mimics real life now that I have just been able to fully suspend my disbelief when it comes to almost anything news related. But if you want to deep dive his profile, his following list is hidden. That's the digital equivalent of wearing Oakleys indoors. Instantly suspicious, and if you have your wife with you, you're probably about to tell on yourself. Like, bro, what could you possibly be hiding in there? Thirst traps? BTS fan cams? It's okay, you can tell me, this is a safe space. And look, I'm a hypocrite, alright? My TikTok list is privated too, but that's just because I can't let 2,000 people know that I'm secretly obsessed with femboys and fridge-scaping. But I'm done rambling, okay? I've tired myself out being the hilarious and handsome commentator that I am. But in short, G.I. Robot isn't Don Quixote, Nazis aren't normal people, and if your idea of media literacy is pathologizing characters and flipping villains into victims, then you're not insightful. You might just be writing fascist fan fiction.
100 Asburies